Today I'm looking at a score by Xenakis. It's his choir piece Nuits or Nights, which is for 12 mixed voices. Kind of like, is it SATB? Yeah, so it's three of each, kind of like the Bad Führer piece we looked at. This piece I think is from I want to say 1968 or something. And yeah, it's edition Salabert. I guess IU South Bend Music Library is where this was scanned. This work was commissioned by the Gulbenkian Foundation, and the first performance took place at the Royan Festival on the 7th of April, 1968, given by the soloists of the ORTF, directed by Marcel Courreau, I guess. Dedicated to you, unknown political prisoners, Julian Narciso, Spain, since 1946. Filinis Kostas, Greece, since 1947. Erythriadou Eli, since 1950. Amaro Joaquim, since 1952, Portugal. And thousands of forgotten ones whose names are lost. Whose very names are lost. So, yeah, this is a really interesting choir piece. It starts with these sort of like quarter tone meandering lines that are all in the same register, triple forte, and I guess the piece only uses quarter tone and three-quarter tone sharps. Everywhere, absolutely without vibrato, flat voices, rough, uproariously, pronounced distinctly the consonants, and yeah, I guess the different phonetic symbols are here, maybe. Yeah, like this th symbol as in theater, English. This sh symbol as in the French, français. The French ch, and then the u from French, and the y from German, j, and the ach, I guess from German, h. So I guess there is no text with this one. It's more just like sounds. Okay, yeah, weird. So like quickly glancing through it, we kind of have each like group of three voices being treated as its own choir, different combinations of them all coming together around here, and then we get like the more percussive stuff with like eighth notes and quintuplets, and then mixes of sustain and rhythmic stuff. Okay, then we get some big glissandi, some unpitched consonants with this like drone getting passed around. More percussive stuff. Yeah, I think further along in the piece we get more like solos. But still, for the most part, the four groups are kind of treated equally. And it ends with the basses. Yes. Okay, so I found a program note for this online. Why don't I read that? It's not by the composer, but I think it's might help explain some of it. So yeah, there's not a Wikipedia page on this, but this Reddit thread had a program note from 2003. Don't know how accurate it is. I think it's from a performance at the BBC Proms. So yeah, 2003 is obviously many decades after this was premiered. But yeah, here we go. Nuits, composed as a protest against the cruel incarceration of untried political prisoners, perhaps represents the Xenakis factor in its purest form, combining the force of his method with his uncontainable fury. It is his most modern and most ancient work. At its premiere at the Royan Festival, the public clamored for a repeat. It found instant notoriety in the eclectic political storms of Les Événements of the following month. It went to Portugal, then still under military dictatorship. Xenakis argued that people suffering under such regimes should not be boycotted by artists living in freedom. He publicized his protest in the press. It was sung at the Shiraz Festival in Imperial Iran. So, definitely a political work. If you don't know, I think I mentioned this on an earlier Xenakis episode, but Xenakis was a political prisoner for a period of time. He was part of a student movement against the Nazi occupation of Greece, I guess in the 1930s. Or Nui revisits the long, dark nights of Xenakis' youth in a prison cell in Athens. Hearing the harsh shouts of the guards and screams of prisoners being tortured, it strips vocal music of any known form of language or recognizable words. Fair enough. Replacing them with phonemes from Sumerian and ancient Persian tongues. It peels the skin off words to reveal their inner forms and expose their raw power. So, anyways, Nuritsa Matosian wrote this program note. It's pretty flowery. I don't know if Xenakis would describe his own music that way at all, but it is dedicated to political prisoners unjustly incarcerated. Link to a recording is in the video description, and I'll let you know my thoughts hearing this for probably the second time ever. And yeah, nice. Yeah. So I really liked revisiting this. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, just very interesting, clear compositional ideas, which are very um, anyone familiar with Xenakis' instrumental works will recognize a lot of these ideas. But hearing them in a vocal idiom, I think is really cool, and it's like it surprisingly really works. It's almost closer to electronic music than a lot of his instrumental music. Just yeah, something about it is very it's very obvious like how the lines and dynamics are shaped, I guess, is what I would say. Like it feels very embodied. But man, to hear something like this in the 1960s live would have been so crazy. And I hope that people continue to listen to this piece and we never lose touch with this moment in modernist music, that results in pieces like this. Yeah, when he first introduces this rhythmic stuff with like the chattering and the 4 against 5 against 3, it's so fun, and I love how much it contrasts with the first couple of minutes of the piece. Um, I mean, right there you got your whole vocabulary for a good piece. So um, yeah, really cool. Tomorrow I'm going to look at a piece by Stockhausen, which isn't exactly a choir piece. Many of you can probably guess which piece I'm thinking of. And that will be even more out there, also from 1960s. So yeah, I look forward to that. It's a longer one tomorrow, so I will actually spend most of my evening just enjoying that. So that was Nui by Xenakis.